Mr. Tagore, you're a Congress MP who's been suspended at the back of what the government says here. And this is what the government's explanation for the suspension of you and the other 13 MPs is, that this was an intention to disrupt and not engage. You are attempting to politicize when you all should be speaking in one voice because it's an issue of national security.
So unfortunate that the government is making this kind of ridiculous arguments. The day the attack on the parliament happened, all the opposition parties were together with the government. And we demanded that we should have we ask the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, to come to the House and make a statement. In 2001, when Parliament was attacked also, same day, Prime Minister Vajpayee went on an address to the nation. Then, after 3 days of Parliament was not working, then the Home Minister, Mr. L.K. Advani, made a statement in the Parliament. That's the procedure.
Yeah.
But for the past 2 days, we are asking for the Home Minister to make a statement.
Okay.
And he is not ready to come to Parliament. That's the issue.
You've detailed, Mr. Manickam, that one of the main reasons was that you wanted the Home Minister to make a statement. What were your other demands? What is being quoted is unruly behavior, a complete attempt to disrupt the Parliament, not let business happen. What have been your demands, and what do you say when the government turns around and says you didn't want to engage? This was not a discussion. All you wanted to do was disrupt.
Our only demand till today is that the Home Minister must come to Parliament and make a statement. After 48 hours of that attack, he has not come to the Parliament, but he is there in the city only, but he's not ready to. He's attending social programs, but he's not ready to come to the Parliament. And we have demanded, India Alliance parties has demanded today morning also the same thing, and we demanded that those suspended MPs whomever has been, that suspension should be taken off also.
Okay.
That's the two things we are demanding.
All right, Manickam Tagore, appreciate you joining us. I want to now cut across to BJP spokesperson Tuhin Sinha, who's joining us live, as well as Rohan Gupta from the Congress. Tuhin Sinha, let me take you through what has been the past precedent and tell me, why should not the opposition be up in arms and protest? 2001, sir, when the incident like this happened, of course, that was much great. The intentions were very, very different and the fallout was fatal. Having said that, what that security breach entailed, in 3 working days after the attack on Parliament, the Rajya Sabha held a discussion. The Minister of External Affairs, speaking on behalf of the Home Minister, provided a detailed statement. The discussion lasted 2 days and the Prime Minister delivered a statement on the second day. The Home Minister addressed the Lok Sabha simultaneously on the same day. This time around, Tuhin Sinha, the sense where the opposition says is that you're just not interested. There's a high-handedness. All that the opposition was doing was demanding a discussion, a statement by the Home Minister, which they should. And ultimately, at the back of it, they find themselves suspended.
Well, good evening, Preeti. First of all, your comparison of this incident with 13 December 2001 is extremely fallacious, because that attack was done by Pakistan-backed terrorists, and this attack is done by urban Naxals with proximity to the opposition.
How is it different, Tuhin Sinha? Tell me one thing.
First of all, let me
No,
complete.
sir, I want to come back to the question. I want to come back to the question. How is it different? If these three, I don't know, there's nothing called urban Naxal, because your own government on the floor of the Parliament has stood up and said there is no term called urban Naxal. But allow me to ask you a question, sir. If these 3 persons intended, they could have caused damage. The gas instead of the canister, instead of colored, could have been poisonous gas.
I will explain everything to you. Attacks of this nature, intrusion of this nature has happened at least on 3 occasions in 1974 and on 5th May 1994. On no such occasion, was a statement demanded by the Home Minister, because the...
Sir, are you saying the Home Minister shouldn't speak there because it's too small?
If I'm going to answer all your points, but please behave yourself, and please hear me.
Go ahead.
The primary onus for what happens inside Parliament is upon the Lok Sabha Secretariat or the Rajya Sabha Secretariat, as the case may be. The Honorable Defence Minister has already made a statement. Honorable Home Minister has already, made his stand clear that once the primary report about the incident comes from the Lok Sabha Speaker, he will be speaking on the issue. An investigation is on. There are multiple instances that I can quote from 5th May 1994 to 3 times in 1974 when similar intrusions have taken place. These are not, you can't compare it with 13th October, which was clearly carried out by Pakistan-sponsored terrorists. This is an attack by certain disgruntled elements with very obvious proximity to opposition leaders, and that has been proved. One of them, has been going around the TMC leader. The other, the same person who participated.
Okay, Tuhin Sinha, right now, what it smacks of is trying to shrug off responsibility by saying proximity to the opposition. These were signed in by your own MPs who's not been suspended, sir. Let me come back. I'll come back to you. I want to bring in Rohan Gupta into this conversation. Rohan Gupta, the charge is you have politicized the issues. Your MPs went into the floor of the parliament to disrupt and not to engage. All you wanted to do was exploit the incident politically.
Really unfortunate the way BJP spokesperson is defending, saying that this is not serious and the other one was serious. Obviously, it is attack in the parliament. When people get into parliament, they go close to the MPs, they have bottles in their hand, and you rightly said, it can be poisonous gas. So rather than taking this incident seriously, they are just saying that, okay, they are close to opposition. What difference does it make, whoever it is?
But the charge, Rohan Gupta, is you went into parliament to disrupt. And to politicize, not to engage in a dialogue.
I don't think so. Asking statement of Home Minister in Parliament for protection of Parliament is anyway disruption of Parliament. It is our right. It is moral responsibility of the government to run Parliament safely. Where is the question of disruption? And this is not the first time it has happened, whether it was Manipur or this kind of incidents where the failure of government was evident. They have always shied away from answering in Parliament. Even in Manipur incident, what we were requesting is to statement of PM in Parliament, which they never give.
Right.
Same thing is happening here.
Tuhin Sinha, I'll come back to you. It sounds a little bizarre that you said it were two very different incidents. It's happened before. And, people have proximity to the opposition. The fact is, they've been signed in by your own MP. What action have you taken against that MP, sir?
So number one, using that MP was a ploy because on 2 previous occasions, the same set of people had made recce's and the passes for that were provided by an opposition MP, which you will know once the investigation is completed, right? So obviously, you are not referring to the 2 recce's which these people had made in the past. Number 2, do I need to really spell out the complicity which is being established? Asim Sarode, who was actively a participant in Bharat Jodo Yatra, has jumped to defend these people. There are so many similarities. And let me tell you this, that when Amit Shah ji makes a statement, it's a very exhaustive statement, even on Manipur. He spoke for a good 2 hours. It's not like Rahul Gandhi who comes ill-prepared.
But the fact is, where's the urgency? Where is the urgency? Okay, Rohan Gupta, the Home Minister will make a statement. He's assessing the situation. That should be enough right now. It's not that he's not going to speak. He thinks it's a grave incident that has taken place. All right, we seem to have lost Rohan. Okay, yes, Rohan Gupta, go ahead.
I really don't understand what Home Minister is preparing for. We just wanted a simple statement. Why this kind of incident has happened and what are the protective measures the government is ready to take. I think this is a matter of arrogance that they don't want to take.
All right, last 20 seconds. Tuhin Sinha, matter of arrogance is what is being...
No, I think Congress needs to get out of its obstructionist attitude. The Honorable Defence Minister Rajnath ji has made a statement. Does it not suffice for them? Why do they always have this my way or the highway attitude? Even on Manipur, the only reason the discussion was delayed because they were insisting on a particular clause under which the discussion is held, which would have meant suspension of all other business. Please get the facts right.
All right.
We were prepared to discuss the issue threadbare.
But the fact is, okay, I'm gonna let it be at that. I apologize to both our panelists. We've had a bit of a guest earlier and the show hit a little late, so that's why we're closing in, and we could have gone to them more. But on that note, what is interesting is there were 15 MPs that were suspended, viewers. One of them was not even in Parliament, and of course that suspension was revoked. At one end, it's the opposition who says that this is an attempt to gag the opposition. All they were demanding is something that they need to do in a democracy, in a robust opposition, asking for a statement at the back of a massive security breach. The government says what they did was came in an attempt to not engage but disrupt and politicize. The debate is still on, the MP still suspended, Parliament in session.